Hey guys, we're back here. We have the Bill Miller's green beans cooking outside there. We're back for a part 2 video of our baby back ribs. Before we rub these ribs down, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some seasoning, a little rub for you. Come take a look. All right, so we're ready. I have a little bit of brown sugar in here. I usually do a brown sugar rub. So maybe about 50% brown sugar, and then the rest of the seasoning. So I'll throw a little bit of pepper in there. I have this Sazon Todo en Uno. Excuse my Spanish there, but apparently this seasoning has achote. Gonna put some of that in there too. Achote, right? Can you say it? Achote. There you go. I'll probably put a little bit more in there, but I kind of go by sight there. Then I have some True Texas Barbecue Sweet Texas Heat. So here that is. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in. I won't put too much since the kids are gonna be eating this. This can get a little spicy, but it does have a good flavor. Do you like spicy, Cam Cam? Yeah, well sometimes you do, don't you? Kind of. And then our garlic powder there. All right. Let me throw some more of this achote in here. Achote.
Is that the hot one?
No, that's not the hot one.
Put it on the hot tub.
All right. Let's put our gloves on now. All right. So we're getting our gloves on. Alrighty, so we're gonna kind of just mix all this up. Cameron, you gonna help me out? Help me with the seasoning, mix it up. There you go, big old gloves there. Cameron, so I have a question for you. Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Ryan.
Ryan Toy Review? Yeah, I like him too, he's real cool. You know who mine is? I say, huh?
You?
Well, yeah, me too. Well, what's my YouTube channel? Let's
Hubby
talk.
Hobbies.
Hubby Hobbies. What do you should tell the people? What should we tell them? To what? Like and
To try.
subscribe to our channel, right? Yeah. But my favorite, I say, what about my favorite barbecue people? My favorite is I like Chud's Barbecue. He lives in Austin near us. We're in San Antonio. And then Mad Scientist Barbecue. Isn't that a cool name? Yeah, alrighty. I think that's good. We got it all mixed up. Now let's sprinkle it on. So we threw some saran wrap on our island here to make it easy. All we're gonna do is just kind of put this rub on and then wrap it up straight from the island table here that we have. And then, so let's rub it and pat it on there, okay? Here, let me see. So why do you like Ryan so much?
Because he has toys.
He has toys. Yeah, Ryan really did it for a lot of us parents. That's for sure.
Because he makes food too.
Oh, he makes food too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza.
And all the parents from kids who watch Ryan have to go out and buy all these toys and stuff, but Ryan is cool though. One thing I did forget to mention was to always take this membrane off of the back here. I got to do it on this one here in a second, but we're going to go ahead and finish the rub on this one. Just sprinkle it on. We got to save some for the next one. Just kind of pat it. Let's flip it back. Put some right here, Cameron. There you go. And just rub it on there. There we go. So we're going to go and rub this down and have it ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna throw it on the smoker tomorrow, our Oklahoma Joe. I found the easiest way to take this membrane off is a little bit of blunt dissection. Using your fingers is probably best. If it is a little bit harder, I go ahead and grab like a little knife or something like that to kind of get it started, but usually some blunt dissection works best, and then just kind of rip it off. But you don't want to be chewing on this membrane here once it's done. Oh, you need some more gloves? No, that's okay. You can use that. Let's throw that over here. Let's trade spots. Alrighty, so let's do the meat side first. Sprinkle it all on. There you go. You're doing good. And then once we're done sprinkling this and rubbing it down, we can take our gloves off. Good job. So Cameron, you said you have a lot of Ryan Toy Review toys? Yeah? So,
Don't put on.
okay. Here, I'll save that for you. And rub it all, make it turn all orange. One thing that I learned too is not to use a lot of seasoning that is salty for these ribs, because I think pork in general is salty. It's not like a brisket where you can go to town with the salt. You really got to be careful when you're doing your pork. All right guys, so here we are. We're just going to go ahead and wrap this up. Let me get our saran wrap all going here. Thank you, Cameron. Let me just fold this over. I'm gonna fold this way first. Fold it over here. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and sit it in the fridge until tomorrow morning. Cameron, are you gonna help me get the grill going, the smoker going outside? Alrighty, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, we're back out here. It's a little chilly today here in Texas, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these baby back ribs ready. We're just cutting off the saran wrap that we had on there from last night. I have the two hooks that we're going to use today. I like to hook the lean side on the top here, so the closest side to the fire is the thick meaty side, just to try to prevent it from drying out. So all I do pretty much is go to that second bone there, hook it, and it's ready to roll. Next I'm going to grab my meter probe here, place it. It'll help us track that temperature. As you can see here, there's a little line that you're supposed to at least place a thermometer to this line once you're putting it inside the meat here. So we're going to make sure we bury it there. And there we are. So let's go ahead and get on over to our grill. As y'all know from my last video, I made those Bill Miller green beans. So we're looking forward to that and these ribs here today. So I want to make sure I strategically place these. Don't want it to get onto the coals. It's in there pretty close. What I may do is rehook it here to the below the third rib. There we go. It's a lot better. Go ahead and redo this one. What I like to do is place this air inlet here right below 1. That's usually a good setting for me. And of course I keep this exhaust wide open. Let me give you guys a little peek in here. just hung it. As you can see, those coals are nice and warm. We're going to shut it down and let it do what to do. Alright guys, just out here checking on our ribs. Gonna spray it down with our apple and water mix. It's looking good. Our meter probe here is reading about 250 ambient temp. Our ribs are at 134 right now. Just wanted to come out and spritz them up so they don't dry out. We'll come back out here and check every now and again. Let's take a peek inside. Let me try to get you guys a good view in here. There we are. So there we are. I'll probably come out here every 45 minutes to an hour or so to spray them down, but they're looking good so far. Back again, guys. Ambient temp is at about 278 right now. See how it's looking in there. It's looking good. Let's just spritz it down. It's just under 2 hours, so we're gonna pull it off here shortly and wrap it up to finish it off. Let's get a little peek inside here, y'all. See, the coals are doing good. Still got plenty of coals left. Alright guys, we're back out here. It's about that 2 hour mark. We're going to go ahead and wrap these ribs up. Let's get our first one off of here without dropping it. Rib number one. Let's get number two off. You don't want to do an epic fail and drop it into these coals here. Get a look at those ribs there. Looking mighty nice. Alrighty, now that we have both the ribs off, I'm gonna give it a nice generous spritz here before we wrap it. I personally don't put a wet rub on during my smoke. I like the whole dry rub. But what I will do is after we get these back on the smoker, I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little barbecue sauce to maybe dip these in. Just want to be real generous with this spray here. Want it to maintain its moisture and all. So we're going to spritz it on down. The barbecue sauce that I'll make, I'm going to add a little bit of just regular flavored barbecue sauce, throw some honey in it, put some apple juice, and just a tad bit of vinegar. Then we'll just set it on top of the smoker there and just let it warm up while the rest of the cooking is taking place. So once we mix up all the barbecue sauce, I'll put it on the smoker and just let it warm for the rest of the time. Still have my meter thermometer probe there, if you can see it. While I was able to, you see, I just went ahead and moved all the unburnt coals to one side. Just wanted to give you a little look inside again. All right, so for the barbecue sauce, we have this Texas style barbecue here from HEB. Gonna go ahead and pour this in. Got a little bit of apple juice as well. Some vinegar. And we'll add some honey. Just gonna mix it all up here, guys. Throw it on top of my smoker over there and just let it warm up for the next 2 hours or so. I may take it off if it gets a little too warm, but like I said before, I don't like to drench the ribs with barbecue sauce while it's cooking. I prefer to kind of just have it on the side. Alright, so I have my barbecue sauce here. Just going to place it on the top of the smoker. I see here our ambient temp's about 228 right now. Dropped a little bit from shuffling around those coals, but it'll get back up here shortly. Alright guys, we're back. We're going to cut up these ribs here. Don't make fun of me with my smaller cutting board here, but it'll do. Let's take a look at the inside there. Take a look at that pink. Hit about 190 degrees there. It's nice and tender here. Just kind of slips through like butter. Can't wait to taste some of these ribs. If you guys checked out my last video, I made those Bill Miller green beans here. I'll give you a look here in just a sec. Let me just cut the rest of these ribs up. So overall guys, this smoke took about 5.5 hours or so. I learned from a few friends that you never want to be in a rush when you're smoking. You always want to start to give yourself plenty of time in case it takes a little bit longer. You know, as I thought it was going to take a good 4 hours or so. It took longer, but that's alright. It still came out great. The meat is nice and tender. The rub has just a good amount of sweetness to it. And then this barbecue sauce that I kind of mixed up or added to it has a little bit of spice to go with that sweetness. And from that video yesterday, as you can see here, I have the Bill Miller's green beans. If you're not from Texas, please go ahead and check out that video. Bill Miller's is a fast food barbecue restaurant here in Texas, and their green beans are delicious. That about wraps it up, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please like and comment down below. Please let me know what kind of rub you guys use on your ribs. I'd love to try it out. This is just a little recipe of mine that I do. But once again, these Bill Miller green beans are delicious for real. You guys have got to try it. It's real easy to do. Maybe about 30-45 minutes cook time. You guys enjoy. Take care.